Now, Nagoriyuki, I think it's quite possible for Coach Steve to put Nagoriyuki in that situation. Nagoriyuki on the defensive, not great without meter, but a lot of the options that Coach Steve would normally use to get in as Leo, buttons like Nagoriyuki 2S and 5H can challenge and get a huge reward from. And then on the back foot, yes, Leo has uppercut, but if you whiff an uppercut and you land with counter hit recovery against Nagoriyuki, you are about to die.
All right. So with that being said, we are moving on here. August on the Nagoriyuki, Coach Steve on the Leo. Start is very slow from both players, but August is going to get the first blood coming out here, quite literally. And that rush down, ooh, the command grab, I believe, was a little bit too early, and it just whiffed. Rising Storm going to come out. Now we're going to see the side swap. YRC force him out of that situation. Very smart use of meter. Coach Steve right now is low on health. He has just been absolutely wrecked by that damage. And there's a nice burst. Low health, though. We'll see if it comes into play. Nice cross-up. He's going to get the damage from it, but unfortunately doesn't quite get the follow-up he was looking for and eats a throw. So round number 1 over to August here. Nice boot on round startup. Going to lead to some good damage. Excuse me, something got in my throat.
Yeah.
We're going to see now. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, we're immediately seeing Coach Steve have to adapt to 2S. That first round, almost half of his life disappeared with the counter hit 2S into the corner combo. And this round, like, as we're seeing Coach Steve try and explore other options, ate that boot immediately. Now that Leo has put Nagoriyuki in the blender, it's all Coach Steve.
Yeah, there we see multiple cross-ups. Even without run-through there, Coach Steve putting that option to work and forcing a round number 3. Sweep on round start, and he used projectile. Nice. Oh, good block on the counter response. Burst is going to be thrown, though. Now Nagoriyuki has got to find his option. Is he going to be a little bit more aggressive, or is he going to play it a little bit safer here? Right now, it looks like he is not willing to throw any of those, especially because of the blood gauge. He's not willing to throw any of those specials right now until he can maybe find his way in. Command grab, but he's going to eat damage, and that blood gauge is looking risky. YRC to cancel out. Stomp. Red burst is going to come out. Completely whiffs that attack and eats the projectile as a result. This is going to be a lot of damage. No wall break. Another, once again, using that non-run-through cross-up to get the damage he needs. RC cancel. And we're almost quite done. Couple of lows. Good adaptation from Tasty Steve off of that first round. He will take
Coach Steve.
number 1.
Coach Steve.
Sorry. Correct. My bad.
Would love if Coach Steve was moonlighting as Stacy Steve and the other way around. But yeah, I think we saw the right ideas here from August, and I think it's going to be a matter of, like, Coach Steve has a lot of tournament experience under his belt. He's very, very well versed in adapting to sort of the defensive and offensive habits. But we're seeing August, like, really utilizing his resources on the defensive, knowing that Nagoriyuki just has the damage. Coach Steve really needs to get in his head, and a double uppercut, double flash kick round start is a good way to get in someone's head.
All right, there's a good counter hit. That's going to lead to damage. Nice use of the dust for the combo extension. Look at the damage here. Not going to get the full-on super there, but he's still going to get the wall break. That is effectively just one hit from dead from almost anything. And there it is, the boot to the head. August just absolutely running through Coach Steve there.
From that range,
round number 2.
From that range, you want to get the tip hit, because as you saw there, you actually get follow-ups if it just hits and doesn't go into the full animation.
Yeah, and I believe you have to be almost completely in the corner to get the wall break off the full super as well. That being said, we're seeing a relatively even match here in round number 2. From both players. RC cancel, run through, good block. Backdash is the low, but it's still going to get opened up. Whiffs, but still hits some those fast normals in that backstance from Leo. Another wall break, good sweep. Damage here is basically one hit from dead for August. Let's see what he does. YRC from Steve. Good work. YRC right back from August. They want to make sure that they have every opportunity to put this as neutral as they can. August is super low on health in this situation. He's going to eat an aerial, and that'll force a round number 3 between these two. Once again, the second time in a row. Nice sweep. Gonna get the back stance dash through. And now we're seeing a lot of backdashes from August, but he's still ending up in the range. He's going to eat damage here because of that baited burst.
August is starting to maybe get a little bit inside his head. Coach Steve and Leo in general as a character, very, very strong at just forcing you to go through these defensive options and cycle through them over and over again quite quickly. And that gets very tiring very quickly. We saw, you know, game one, August had a pretty good handle on using their meter, when to burst, using YRC and BRC defensively. And game two, we still saw some of that, but we also saw like Coach Steve's adaptation to the burst. We saw the burst getting baited. And when your opponent can read tendencies like that, it's worse than just not having bursts at all. Because now you're down this resource that could otherwise save your life, and if it whiffs, you don't get it back for maybe the rest of the game.
Yeah, Rising Storm completely misses there. Once again, we're seeing August open up with very strong starts and good damage on Coach Steve, rather. I'm apologizing for that. We're seeing the pressure come back on that note that once Leo gets in and he starts getting that pressure in, there's not much that August can do. He's really got to keep himself in the range where he can effectively get counter hits, dash in, and get that follow-up damage. But that being said, Coach Steve right now is going to just run through him. Nice comeback off of the very high damage he took early on, and he is up around right now. Good sweep, no damage follow-up there. We're going to see a follow-up sweep.
Despite how aggressive we've seen Coach Steve get, especially when the back turn and the dash through stance stuff is working, I think it speaks to his really picking his spots, that in an environment like Noriyuki, going straight for the spin into no follow-up and having the patience to not challenge that, not try and beat out a button with that, it really speaks to Coach Steve understanding the danger of this character. And you really got to pick the spots to go ham, because a wrong move and you explode.
Yeah, just like there. That counter hit off the Rising Storm immediately bursted. Coach Steve just knew if he let that rock, he was going to take some damage. Sitting at a little bit under half life here. Noriyuki got the advantage. And now he's keeping the range that he wants to be at, but Coach Steve, he manages to close the gap. There's a nice burst, puts Coach Steve in the corner, and boom, there you go. Nice run through. I believe this super is going to be blocked. Well done by Coach Steve. He's going to get a full punish here. Nice overhead off of the cross-up. Difficult to block. Nice block up on that one, though. That time he went low. Nice run through. Immediate run through cancel out of the RC. August is in danger, and that is it. An excellent set between the two, but Coach Steve, just like the previous set, will equal a 3-0 over August and move on to winners finals.